Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into the world of day trading, a thrilling yet daunting adventure for beginners. If you are new into this space, don't worry, I've got some valuable insights and tips to share with you. I'm Isaac Jonas and I've been trading in the stock market starting from 2020, but recently starting this year I've been trading in a new way that I've been doing, and specifically I am going to share some of those things that I think have really helped me to make some decent profits over the past couple of months this year. So in this video, it is two parts. I am going to walk you through that, and then what I think in terms of the tools and the process that I use in doing my day trading. In particular, in this case, I will be talking about how I trade options, and also that can also be applicable to trading stocks. Stocks are interesting, but options, they are highly leveraged and hence they are very risky. So I'm going to share more insights on that. And I also actually have a course that I show how I trade options that is actually on my website. You can check out on this video on the comment section. I will pin it down. And the other part, like I said, I will walk you through my trading view charting and how I go about it, and actually give you an example of a trade that I took yesterday actually. So that is it for this video. So now, in terms of the elephant in the room, the challenges that most beginner traders face is that most of them, they are very emotional in terms of decision making. They lack a risk management strategy, and also plenty of pitfalls that can trip them include taking too much in terms of positioning. So diving into these key strategies that I use now and the resources that have helped me to navigate this. The first thing is that I like to trade using a stop order. In other words, I know to say if I'm taking a trade for, let's say, this particular stock, as an example, I used Google. I want to get in at this point and get out at that point. But however, even though I use the technicals, the charting, like the charting to say the candles, and also the volume and other technicals like the relative strength indicators that I use when I am analyzing my trades, I like also to trade in price action, to follow the price action, to say if there are some orders by market makers that can move the price, I just want to ride along with them. If it's going up, I will just go up, and I don't like to short the market if I'm doing stocks, right? But I do that when I'm doing options. Basically, that is by just taking a put. So options, basically, for those who don't know, it's very easy. They are actually a derivative that is primarily based on an underlying security, whether it's a stock, let's say Google stock, right? They can be a leveraged product that is an option that can then trace whether if it goes up or down. So what it does, it goes in a certain direction depending on how it is composed. For example, there are some options which, when the market goes down, right, for some exchange traded funds, it also it goes up, right? So it's hedged that way. So it just depends on the composition, but I just don't want to make it seem like it's complicated. So stocks, what I like about stocks is that you actually understand that, for example, if I buy 100 shares for Apple, example, I have an Apple Watch here, I have an Apple an iPhone that I am recording on. So it's actually a product. So it's a business. So, but the thing is, if the price moves, let's say from 185 to 190, I would have made $5 gross profit in that case, right? Then you subtract the fees and stuff. So that's kind of trading. So when I'm day trading options. I take the options that expire the same day, right? But I am very particular about the Greeks in terms of the decay. For example, what is called the delta. That's what I explain in detail in my course. So you can check it out if you want. But the key thing is I like to go right in the money. I get in with a predetermined stop order to say, if it goes this way, I'm going to make this much money, and if it goes up. And I don't tamper around with the stop loss unless if it goes in my direction. Then I lock in the profit to say, if it goes up, I increase my limit order in terms of profit so that I put it up, and then I also put the trailing stop on my loss so that I can make more money until up to a point where I just say, okay, I'm going to just take. But if it reverses, it can potentially hit my stop loss and then I'm out. But profit is profit. What I have learned is that sometimes if I make 10% profit per trade, right, in doing these options or stocks, it's good. If it's 5%, that's good. And you are making it like I trade maybe on a 1 minute candle. In other words, the price action is shown in 1 minute. I just get in 1, 2, 3 minutes. The price can move, right? 1, 2, 3 minutes. Then I make maybe a couple of dollars in that regard. So I think that is very, very important. So the nuances that come with that is I understand how, price movement, but sometimes you might be in a trade and then there is some economic data or the Fed governor says something. So that's why having a stop loss is very important. But I use TradingView for my charting. Now the good thing is I use QuestTrade. They have also now in partnership, then I can now just trade using their charting and then trade using the same platform. I used to have another laptop, another computer where I do my charting on TradingView because they have nicer charts, and then I would take my trades on my brokerage account, which I use. So that is something that is important. Now, what I've seen, a broker is just a vessel that I use, to just do my trades. So, but I'm very mindful of the fees. So when I also, trading, I don't like to trade too much. I just want to take 1 or 2 trades. I'm done. Whether I make money or I lose, this defined amount that I will have in that particular case. So that's what I do when I do day trading. I just want to do, whether I just do 1 hour, right, and I don't like to trade the first 30 minutes of the market because usually it's very volatile. Now, if I don't see a setup that I want, right, as I explained in the tutorial, I then just close the laptop and do other things because I don't want to spend the day looking on the chart. It can be stressful. Now, people can trade all sorts of things. Some people, they trade futures. Some people, they trade, stocks. Some people, they trade options. For my day trading, I trade options and stocks, but mostly SPY, that is the ETF that tracks the S&P 500, the top 500 companies that are indexed in an index with the ticker name SPX. Now, for stocks, sometimes I do, but I really have to understand the stock very well, because I don't like to trade, meme stocks and all these other stocks that don't have fundamentals, right? So I'm very, very particular. And I also don't like to risk too much of my capital in terms of that account that I use for trading. I like to risk not more than 1% of my account that I will be trading in. So that is very, very important in addition to the stop loss. Now, another thing that is important for me in other ways when I do the trading is I wake up at about 5:30 a.m. I check the barons mostly to just see what the market, what's happening in the market, and I also check CNBC News, 5 things to know before the market opens. Bloomberg, there are quite a number of newspapers that really have very helpful information. So I do that to kind of have an idea, because you can do the charting and the technicals however good they may be, but if you don't understand what's going on around the world, maybe you wake up, I trade mostly in the US, President Biden, maybe he has passed another law or something, and then the market might go in a different way. So I try to pay attention to that. The good thing is the trading platform, it updates the information, the news in real time. So if I see there's an update, I see that and I quickly check, right? So that I'm also up to date with the information. So it's very, very important from what I've seen to understand what's going on. Now, I also record my trades to see if I am doing well, and I also record my thoughts to say, okay, why did I get out at this point, or why did I take this trade? It kind of helps me to justify the trades that I do, and I don't like to trade more than twice a day, right? Because I just don't want it to be a habit. Whether I make money or I don't, after one trade, if I make money, then I'm done. If I make another trade, probably I would reduce my sizing by 50%, because the risk management is very important when I'm trading. Now, at the end of the day, in summary, it's very important to understand that it's good to not overtrade. Number two, it is important to make sure that you don't risk too much. I don't like to risk more than 1% of my account. And also, I like to do my charting so that I know the trading ranges, as I explained in the course that I teach, and also even the free video that I put on this channel. Now, that's day trading, and I'm also going to do another video on swing trading, which is slightly different in terms of the nuances, but it's important to stay patient, disciplined, and also to keep on honing up your skills when you are trading, because trading is not a get rich quick scheme from what I've seen. It's very important to have skills, right? And to understand what you are doing. It's like driving. I had to take some lessons to learn from my instructor to understand that there's a green light, red light. Then you understand how to proceed with caution, regardless of being experienced. So if you found these tips helpful, make sure you hit the subscribe and like button so that this video can reach wider audience, and hopefully these trading insights are helpful to you. I would love to hear from you. Please share your own experiences on the comment section so that I can also learn from you. Together we can navigate through this exciting world of trading and strive for financial success. Thanks for watching. Happy trading.